Ready to jump into the world of AI. Today we're diving deep into generative AI, that tech that's absolutely blowing up.
It really is. Changing everything, how we create, how we work.
Totally. And we're looking at how one university in Japan, Cyber University, wants to prepare people for this future.
Their new Micro-Credential program, right, focused on giving Japanese professionals the skills they need.
Exactly. And we've got these two versions of their proposal to unpack, both of them stressing this really cool angle.
It's not just about the tech itself, is it?
It goes deeper than that. It's about weaving it into the fabric of Japanese culture and how people work there.
Right, making it uniquely Japanese. And you see that really clearly in how much they emphasize practical application.
Oh, absolutely. So it's not just theory. It's here's how you actually use this.
Yeah, tangible results. Which, if you think about it, aligns perfectly with how Japan operates, especially in tech.
And this really stood out to me, too, how much they're emphasizing community.
The workshops, the forums.
Yeah, creating that space for collaboration, for sharing what they're learning.
Which, again, makes total sense for Japan. The whole idea of harmony, and group success, it's huge there.
It's like that Uchi Soto concept, being part of the group. Makes me think this kind of learning could really take off there.
Definitely. Learning is a shared journey, not just you on your own. And then the tools they're focusing on, that's smart too.
Yeah, they're being really deliberate about it. Not just any AI tools, but ones that resonate in a Japanese context.
Exactly. Like Stable Diffusion, great for image generation, but think about how it could be used with Japanese aesthetics in mind.
They even mention 11 Labs, the voice cloning platform.
Yeah.
And there was this emphasis on being sensitive to the nuances of the language.
That's so key, right? Culture colors how we use and even see tech in Japan, with aesthetics so tied to their values.
It has to feel authentic, even if it's built with AI.
Imagine a marketing campaign, totally AI generated, but with that traditional Japanese art style woven in. Powerful stuff.
They mentioned AI customer service too, but with a twist.
Chatbots, yeah, but ones that get Japanese etiquette, those subtle cues.
Instead of just translating words, it's like translating the whole culture. That could change how business is done.
It really could. But it also gets us to this whole other area, this idea of digital humans in Japanese society.
And both of these proposals, they really dive headfirst into this idea of digital humans.
It's fascinating. They even talk about HeyGen, this platform for making avatars.
Right. And it's not just theoretical. They're saying, hey, we're Cyber University. We're already using this.
Which I think is really smart, putting it into practice themselves. But it does make you wonder, will Japan embrace digital humans the way, say, other countries might?
It's a great question because, especially in Japan,
Mm-hmm.
that face-to-face connection, it's so important.
Hugely important. Those unspoken cues, the feeling you get in person, digital humans can't replicate that, at least not yet.
So will they be seen as helpful or kind of a novelty? I mean, could they even be seen as competition in some ways?
It's uncharted territory in a way. But here's a thought. Could digital humans actually help us bridge cultural divides?
No, that's interesting. You're thinking like cultural ambassadors almost.
Exactly, helping people connect, even with language barriers, maybe even smoothing out some of those unconscious biases that pop up between cultures.
Wow. Think about it. A Japanese company wants to work with international clients, but there's that cultural gap. A digital human could bridge that.
Communicating in a way that's genuine to Japan, but also makes sense to the client. It could change how we do global business.
And it's not just business, right? Imagine museums using them, bringing history to life. You could have these digital storytellers.
Sharing those cultural narratives with anyone, regardless of language, it's pretty exciting to think about.
It really is. But okay, shifting gears a bit here, we've got to talk about what might be the most interesting piece of this whole thing.
Oh, you mean the AI tutor?
Yeah, this is where Cyber University's proposal gets really ambitious, and they emphasize how important it is to design this AI.
With Japanese cultural norms in mind.
Exactly. This isn't some generic AI. It's got to embody those core values, the respect, the helpfulness.
Creating that supportive learning environment. And that is so important. Culturally sensitive design, it can't just be an afterthought.
Especially in Japan, where that teacher-student relationship has so much weight to it. They even talk about amai.
That sense of dependence rooted in trust, right? Fascinating how they're weaving that in.
It really is. And I think this is what makes the AI tutor so clever. It could really appeal to Japanese professionals, even those who might be a bit hesitant about all this new tech.
Especially if it feels familiar, respectful, could be a game changer.
It really does highlight that, how important cultural context is going to be.
Yeah.
And it makes you wonder if they pull this off, I mean, this whole micro-credential program.
What kind of impact could it have, right? Especially in Japan with AI growing so fast.
Exactly. It feels like cyber university is trying to get ahead of that curve, give people the skills.
To not just survive, but really thrive in this changing world. And to do it in a way that honors, what makes Japan unique.
Right. It's not either or. It's like, can we have both? The cutting edge tech and that strong cultural foundation.
And I think this program could be a model for other countries trying to figure that out, because it's a question we're all going to face. How do we embrace AI without losing
And
ourselves?
cyber university is like, maybe you don't have to choose, which is
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Mm.
Although, this whole AI tutor thing has been in the back of my mind.
What about it?
I don't know, it's just Japan has such a rich history when it comes to education,
Mhm.
right? And this personalized learning, this AI guiding you.
You think it could be even more effective in some ways than how things have always been done?
It's a thought, isn't it? Because not everyone thrives in a traditional classroom. But with an AI tutor, you've got that constant support.
Tailored to you, pushing you at your pace. And imagine if that continued even after you graduate, throughout your career.
Wow. It's like having this built-in mentor always there to guide you. No wonder cyber university is so gung-ho about this. It's forward-thinking stuff.
It really is, and it kind of makes you think maybe this blend of technology and cultural sensitivity, maybe it's bigger than just education.
What do you mean?
Well, what if it's a way to preserve cultures, help them evolve in this digital world? Because AI, at the end of the day, it's about us. It's about human values.
And the stories we want to tell. And cyber university is showing us those stories, they have a place in this AI-powered future. Maybe even more so because of it.
Exactly. And that's something worth thinking about as we dive deeper into this world.